Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope you guys are doing good. It's beautiful outside. It's not raining anymore. We have a lot going to happen over the weekend, and the market is going to be crazy next week. And Monday is going to be a very, very interesting day. We're going to stream Saturday night. Damn, I keep saying that Sunday night, and then I realize I have to say this. If for anybody who's new on this channel, if you're looking to get into stocks or more information, we have stock market news on this channel. You can follow up with the markets. Every video, there's a description with a link to the free stock trading course. So if you're ever confused about options, trading, this and that, it's a free course, covers the basics. That's what I want, it's a couple hours. It's a free boot camp for people just literally because everyone has this question on the basics, options, what am I talking about, all that. So that's for you guys. Check it out and make sure you subscribe, like the video, turn on post notifications. A lot of videos, but it's all trading, real estate, business stuff on here. So I want to make sure you guys are aware. Now, let's get straight into it. I'm going to talk about this play we made Friday. I did this live on the stream. So I was streaming last week, Monday through Friday, every single hour of the market. And we made this trade on Friday. We had another 1,000%er. That was crazy as well, too. I'm going to share that with you guys tomorrow. So watch out for that video. And someone asked me, I'm going to do that. It just takes me more time, but I'm still kind of thinking about it. They're like, can you take the clip from the live stream and put it in here in the video? And I'll do that with the other play, but I am thinking about if you ever watch my streams, I say it's like, yeah, I understand people are going to play it and this and that. But the idea is I like it when people are listening and going through and learning and understanding. I don't want to just skip to the part where, okay, here's the play, this and that, and you're missing the explanation before, after, and it's not, it's kind of just, okay, give me the money, that type of stuff. So, but you will see that. I'll post that one tomorrow. But this play was on Lululemon, and now the question to be answered is there's a few things that actually need to be answered. One is, when is the best time of day to trade? Because seeing this play, it brings up a very noticeable pattern that if you guys have seen me in the morning, you've seen some of my Instagram posts, it's the times that I'm cashing out in the morning. And that's one part of options. And then it also brings up another part of just how the different types of strategies, options you could play. And I want to be very, very clear with this because you need time to become really profitable on options. And yes, you need time in the game doing it, yada, 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 yada. But what I'm saying is that for these contracts and positions to really build to these exponential points, it takes some time. And this is what I'm saying is that the strategy with options you're going to be able to play, there's two. You either buy it, you sell the 50%, 100% quick pops in a short time frame. That does work, but you have to understand the risks with that, right? But you can do that. Or the next level is going about playing options and holding them and letting the time use to your advantage. So both are different strategies, and you've seen me do them both on this channel. Go look at my video with Apple and Facebook where it's like I make $2,000 in a minute or 10 minutes. Those were the big, playing the quick move and pop on options, bigger positions. The other ones, these plays, you're going to notice they're cheaper plays because you want to minimize your risk because they're, if it doesn't happen. But these are the ones I'm able to hold, and that's the approach. So it does get interesting depending on the contract. I talked about that on live. If it's a daily contract, a weekly, how much time left on it does play a factor. And we're going to talk about that in the stream. I'm going to go over how to pick an option. And because a lot of people just ask and they're missing the main steps that we first talk about. But there's that. So now Lulu, and let me show you guys the play, and I'll tell you guys the answer. But here's Lulu. So you guys can see here, this is not, someone even said that to me on the on the live stream. There's a paper trading account. I was like, dude, this is E-Trade. Like, they don't even do paper trading in any way. It's very, very basic. But here it is, Lulu. I got the December 14th, 122 put. I bought it on December 7th, Friday. Opened at $115, 119 after commission. Sold that same day. So this was a day trade for 806, $801, net profit 682. So bought for 100, sold for 806. So take a look. This is what Lulu did. This is why I was able to buy it. And I'll show you guys something on the contract. It's pretty cool. But it was the 122. So I sold out of it early. I sold out 810. It's worth 875, 910. But wait, no, is that it? Was that the 122? Yeah, right. Yeah, this is it. So let me take off the average volume line and I'll show you guys something. But this was the contract because I showed this on the stream. I kept laughing and bragging about it. But this is when I bought the contract. I bought it within 7 minutes of market open. And you could see because I'm the only person who got it at 116. It's not like I'm making this up. You guys saw it in my account. I was the only person who bought it here. And, we could take a look what happened with Lulu. It was just a straight fucking dump. Lol. But I got it pretty much right here during this little bounce thing and it was going down. And the reason why, so let me explain the reasoning. And this is one thing too, I'm really trying to highlight on is so people understand my logic behind these plays. Because one, I'm sick of seeing videos online and I know people are because I've seen the confusion where like, I don't get it. You said, you made money, but can you explain the reason why? Is this, can you replicate this? Like what, or are you just fucking shooting out of your ass, and that's what a lot of traders do. And I do that too sometimes. Sometimes I'll buy things I have no fucking idea. That's what a lot of people do. They're just scared to admit it. Now, this one was not the case. This was Lululemon. And what happened, they had good earnings the day before. And this is another thing I wanted to remind you guys about is don't forget the types of plays that are available. We were been focusing so much with the market. You guys are seeing how we're responding to volatility. So you guys right now are only getting to see not even a tenth of how like this is my financial approach, how I manage my money. This is just one approach, with this current marketplace. But the next thing, earnings and finding certain catalysts. Don't forget about that, especially with earnings coming in. I know we just ended it, but be prepared. So that is the catalyst was they reported it was a good earnings, but last night after hours they dropped to like 116, where they ended up around, and then they shot back up. But then in the morning it gapped down a little bit, but it was kind of up. And then I started seeing that volatility around here, and I was just like, dude, $100, and that's why I got next week because I just said, well, if anything does slip here on Lulu, the fact that the market already sold it off there, there's already some concerns. I think it was just popping up. You could call it a glitch. I just think it was with the market in general. There was a lot of happiness, and like I even said on my live stream, it's crazy because I got those puts and I played them, but in the beginning I'm like, oh, today even looks like it's gonna be calm. Like a lot of people on Friday didn't expect that, and I think investors didn't like the report. It went down, but the market was decent. Like all right, fuck it. Lulu has been a favorite, but it dropped so hard too. And why I like the put because at the same time, this was a favorite. Lulu ran up a ton over the years. So the fact that I saw them drop in after hours and that, said if they go down and they're able to, they've already gave back this earnings, they give back this next earnings, this is a reason and it changes stuff. And now from a fundamental standpoint, I remember I asked somebody about this because they brought up a stock and they're saying, should I buy it here? Is this a good dip buy? And like when you look at certain stocks like Lulu especially, it has exponential growth, which is the one thing you got to be worried about. The stock went from what 1 year $80 to 160. Fuck out of here. But for the most part, it's stable. But that's the thing. It did this, and now the fact it gives up this when it's somewhat relatively stable, it makes you question why. And we're going to talk about this in another video. But the whole concept of future valuations comes into play, and that actually starts to become very, very important because that's what's happening here because this price dropping is changing a lot with the future. And that's what I think happened is that their reports were good, but it was softer than what people expected from them in the future that gave them such a high price. But that's how I played it tonight on the stream or tomorrow. We're going to talk about the one part now because I'm sure you guys are like, all right, this is cool play. You had the reason. I'm showing you this so you understand, take the reasoning, risk and reward, identify it, and shoot, you could have done other plays on this and made money, but what we're going to talk about tonight is how to select it because you're like, okay, what made you go to 122? Why did you select this? There's many factors, and realistically to answer that, it's going to start with different budgets, because I used a different amount. I'm coming into these plays with how much I want to start. So I'm going to start with that. I don't want to give it away until Sunday, but it's not it's complex, but there's a lot to it. But a lot also the part you're seeing now, it starts with knowing where to look, finding plays and doing this. So again, the key here, earnings play, catalyst, something drove it. Two, it was already having past crazy volatility that was not reflected in the stock. It moved after hours, it dropped 10% and opened up like nothing was wrong. those are going to be opportunities right there. So I'll leave that there for you guys. Hopefully you enjoy this. Yeah, subscribe. I think I already gave you guys that rant. Another video tonight, 2 more videos for you, and then get ready for tomorrow. We got a bunch of cool videos and the stream. I'll see you there. Maybe we do Monday stream. I don't know. We didn't get 100 concurrent people, so I'm kind of salty about that. I think I'll just spend time by myself. I don't know, but I love you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Drop a like if you did. Subscribe. Peace.